If Zelda, Gauntlet Legends, and Binding of Isaac all had a baby together, it would be Moon Hunters. Can you make it through the 5 nights? Let's find out. Moon Hunters hits a few of my checkboxes for things needed if I want to love a game. Sublime music, 16-bit graphics, hand-drawn graphics, isometric camera, randomly generated map, and 4-player co-op. The cutscenes are gorgeously drawn, the retro bit graphics are stunning, and it's all backed by, like I said earlier, a Sublime Soundtrack. Without giving you much premise on how the game mechanics work, you are thrown into a random map with little knowledge on how to play the game or even what the objective is. Choose from one of the 4 starting classes. The first minute or so in the game, you will be placed in a typical starting area called the Outskirts, a small area that will get you your first perk and get you acclimated with the campsite. The campsite will let you do one of 5 things before moving on to the next day. You can rest, which will gain you more health and leadership points. You can cook, which can bring on a wealth of different stats and perks. You can stargaze, which will raise your energy and magic. Hunting will give you more physical damage and energy regen. Or you can stand watch to get you more health and energy. In co-op, you have to come to a general consensus as to who will do what on what night. Here's something odd. Cooking is something I stay away from in RPGs. I just never cared for it. However, in Moon Hunters, I had a blast finding new ingredients to cook and what boosts I could get from mixing new ingredients together. Co-op in this game is very different than most others. You will all battle together and work towards the end goal, but random situations will come up during the game that you will all have to agree upon. As a new day approaches, you choose where on the map you want to venture to. Each area has its pros and cons. You weigh them and take on whatever challenge awaits. Just make sure you're ready, because when you die, it's basically an entire day wasted. A very large blow. You will miss out on treasure, cooking ingredients, and power-ups. After each night, you get a vague rundown on what you did. Everything you do in-game, even decisions you make during conversations with random strangers, will forge a path and help lay down your own story. With all these choices, it makes sense that the game has multiple endings to come across. Awesome. However, something that isn't awesome is an odd frame rate drop during random times in gameplay. Doesn't really seem like anything in particular causes it, but seems patchable. After night 1, Discovery and Exploration is the name of the game. Random encounters, random maps, and enough twists and turns to keep you focused on playing more. Moon Hunters is a real treat for PlayStation 4 gamers. The love put into the game pours from the screen and speakers. The game is loads better in co-op. Easier too, so make sure to find a community filled with other Moon Hunters to team up with. You will be praying to some gods, being smited by others. Ambushes await you, choices everywhere. At one point, I even raided a temple whose followers were pestering me over and over. They deserved it. This game easily gets a buy from me. If I told you about all the random encounters I've had, this video would be hours long. The capacity for exploration and adventure will keep me coming back for hours and hours of fun. Plus, this is the first game I ever got in a dance-off with a camel. Hey neighbors! Hope you liked the review and found it informative enough to make a purchase. Or not. I really appreciate the comments. Keep rocking, and I'll see you at the next block party.